today's video, I'm going to be building a farmhouse in Bloxburg. So you guys know that I love building family homes in Bloxburg, but I've never actually tried to build a farmhouse before, and I thought it'd be interesting to see how this build turns out. So with all that said, let's jump in. Okay, so a farmhouse has got to be pretty big, right? And I want to make sure I'm building quite far back so that we can have a nice patio area. So let's quickly sketch just a really rough outline. This looks like a very interesting shape. It almost looks like a fish, doesn't it? And quite a good building hack is to actually make the upstairs look like a different shape. So rather than like building exactly the outline like that, you can just build behind it. And the whole point of this part here is to be a little extension. Now we can really start getting into the farm aspect. So I want a roof like this, but I don't want it to go that way. I'm thinking we have one facing the front. And guys, it's so annoying when doing roofs and they don't face the right way. I think the only way we're going to be able to do this one is if we put it a little bit in the house, which is slightly annoying, but it's fine. But yeah, I think for the roofing, that is quite good. I've gone for a little simple vibe. I think with colors and wall trims, we can really make this pop. It's kind of going to be a modern-y farmhouse. That's why I'm going for white. And I'm going to pick roof tiles for the roof, obviously. Oh, and by the way, ignore the back. The back was just a flop. But since we're building in a new style today, guys, please comment down below, what's your favorite style of build? Personally, I used to be so sure that mine was traditional, but recently I think it's changed to modern. I just am obsessed with modern. Anyway, I'm adding these pillars to sort of outline it, to not make it look like a barn, but I think it just goes with the theme. And is it just me, or does this look like a house from like the Tudor times? No, I actually think it looks pretty good. Next up though is the windows and doors, and I actually have the perfect idea for the doors. I never use these like glass sliding ones, but they actually look amazing as front doors. The only thing is they like poke out a little bit here, but I think once we add some plants, that'll be fine. Next is windows, and I'm gonna use a combination of custom windows and non-custom windows. There's not any other name for it. So first of all, I'm gonna use these modern ones, but resize them to about that. And I really can't tell if that looks good or bad right now. I wish you guys could like live comment. I think what could help though is adding a pattern onto the roof. And if you don't know how to do this, you basically get these structural beams and then use the transform game pass, push them in like that. And I'm really not sure on these windows, so I'm gonna just try this custom design. All right, so I've picked this square pattern for the windows, and the design I've settled on is a combination of the two. I can't believe I made these, guys. Like building skills over here. Then I'm just gonna add a bunch more of these windows all around. There's something so like therapeutic about placing windows in Bloxburg. It just feels so calming to me. I'm happy with that for the front windows, and I like to hold off on doing the other windows until we're decorating the interior. I think it just makes it a bit easier. Now it's time to decorate the front garden, so I'm gonna put some mud down here, aka brown colored grass. We can use this short fence to section it off as well. And my favorite bushes are the rose bushes. I literally use these in every build. And the trick is with these is to color every other one like a lighter shade, and it just creates this really aesthetic looking pattern. Already, just by that first step, look how much more detailed the front looks. I'm then going to add an extremely long pathway going up to the front door. Then I'm actually going to go for something a little bit different this time. So I'm going to put quite a dark grey stone, but this is not the completed path. Then we can use carpets for stepping stones. Bet you weren't expecting that, were ya? Then I'm going to use these mowed grass lines. The dark grass definitely fits this more. Over on this area, maybe we could have like a patio. And what fence goes with it? I'm tempted to use this one, but I feel like that's a bit too modern for a literal farmhouse. We could use these stones, and that is not helping the Tudor vibe that we are not going for. We could go quite simple actually and use just these fences. If we just went for this grey wood, I say that actually looks pretty nice. Does mean we're going to need a fence gate though. That one is so nice. We can use a shallow pool to create like a pond over in this zone with some lily pads. I'm even going to add this ladder. I mean, you shouldn't go swimming in a pond, but I think it's just a nice detail. And I still find it so cool how when you go underwater, it like blurs the camera and audio. On this wall can perhaps be where our appliances go. Did I just call these appliances? Yeah, we're actually just going to cook a pie with this lawnmower. I was thinking maybe this little summer house right in the corner, because that's giving me farm vibes. And then this summer house can literally be so simple. Perfect thing for a garden is a nice swing set. So we can put one of them maybe here, and a picnic area with a picnic picnic basket. And you know what I've never understand? Why is picnic basket in appliances? How is a watermelon an appliance? I've also decided to maybe add some rocks along this front part. And in what world is a literal rock, which you can go and steal off the beach, £190 or dollars? So expensive. And the last little area here can basically be a little farm. Oh my gosh, I've just realized I didn't even plan that, but because it's a farmhouse, of course we're gonna have a farm outside the front, because you know, you're not gonna just go to the shop and buy your food. You literally go out the front and pick your own carrots. I would love to live a life like that, especially if I got to live in a house this big. Like, please welcome me into the fan club. For the front yard though, I think that's good. The only thing I want to finish off with is surrounding it with trees, and then we can section that off at the front. Now we can finally move on to doing the interior. So we've got to design the layout, and I want to be kind of smart with this. So my advice is to always start with the staircase so you know where it's going to go. I'm personally going to put mine here right in front of this massive window. So I'm really quickly sketching the outline, and I was finding it so confusing, and I think it would just be easier for me to zoom out and show you where all of the rooms are going to go. Then sadly upstairs we have so much space wasted because of this annoying roof glitch. Upstairs is just confusing me way too much, so we're just going to start with downstairs for now. First things first, we're obviously going to start off with the flooring, and I actually have finally learned to do layered flooring, guys. So as you know, normally I'd probably just do a floor that looks a little something like this, and then if I was going to layer it, then I'd probably do a little something like that, which yeah, it does look good. But I found out the other day that you can actually put different textures. If we put logs, as you can see, it gives this incredible floor. Next, I think I'm going to color all the walls light stone gray. The thing I like about this house is it looks like a mansion from the outside, but when you go in, it's actually just a normal sized family home. I'm going to use pillars to separate off the kitchen and dining room. And by the way, guys, sorry if I sound a little bit like sleepy in this video. It's because I am. I literally rolled out of bed so late today. But with all that outlining done, we can now actually put the first decorations in, and I'm going to start off in the kitchen. So I'm thinking I'm going to use these rustic counters paired with these cabinets, and I've picked this wooden texture. I know it looks a little bit interesting, but I like the detail of it, so I'm going to keep it anyway. And this is the most interesting like shape for a kitchen. I almost don't know what to do with the space. Maybe adding a little breakfast island in will help me decide. If in doubt, just add an island. That's what I say. I'm going to play it safe with black and white appliances as well. This is my opportunity to use rustic stools. They're kind of ugly. Are these nice? I feel like they just look too like 2016 Bloxburg. Okay, instead I'm going to use these metal ones because I think these also go. This wall here is crying out to me, guys, for a bookshelf, so we're going to give it one. You can mainly fill this up with books because obviously the kitchen, it's going to need some cookbooks, but also things like plants and even like spoons. And something else that could help to enrich this room is a nice plant. Oh, and I think I should take this opportunity while we're just casually decorating the kitchen to just talk about the future of Bloxburg. That sounds so serious. It's not serious at all, guys, but I just mean because obviously we got the new development team like a couple months ago, and we've had a couple of updates with them now, so we kind of get a gist of what their style is, and I just want to say I absolutely love it. With this new update renovating the gym, I feel like soon we're going to get a whole new renovation of the town. Please don't hold me to what I'm saying though, I am just speculating, but I just think if they're going to renovate one thing in the town, what's stopping them from doing the rest? But anyway, while we were chatting, this is what I've come up with for the kitchen. I'm not 100% sold on it yet, but I think it looks decent. I'm also adding some structural beams to the roof. Well, quite a lot actually. And the last thing we need in here is just a bit of light because it's very dark. And to be fair, I'm literally just going to put this light under the floor because I don't want to crowd the roof up with too many lights. We sort of have this walkway area, so I might fill this up with bookshelves and obviously change some of the decoration in it. Oh, that was a good way to fill up that space. Obviously, this room here is going to be a dining room because what else would go next to the kitchen? I'm going to mirror the window pattern on the other side so that looks quite nice. And I'm going to add a fireplace in next, guys. Sorry, I just had to add in my daily dose of American. I mean Australian. Oh my gosh, can't believe I just said that was American. And for once, I'm not going to go crazy with the dining table. Normally, I'd add like 3 along each other. I'd put massive chairs. Well, today I still am adding massive chairs. I will never not use these. They just look too good. And since this build's quite fancy anyway, we might as well decorate the table appropriately. I know this part technically doesn't make sense, but I'm going to add 2 more fireplaces here. In real life, obviously, that wouldn't really be logical, but we're not in real life today. And then this rustic dresser. Oh gosh, I haven't used this since like 2020. We're going to be much simpler with the roof in here and just add this simple doubled up chandelier. And I really like that for this whole area of the house. Next, we have the entrance. So I've just added some railing on the stairs so you don't tumble down and have an accident. I feel obliged to have another bookshelf area over here. They're just too nice. And it's literally just a corridor. So the only things I really put in my corridors are like seating areas and paintings. We can also add air vents for that little extra bit of detail. The obvious things we can put in the entrance are umbrella stands and hat stands. And I really don't want to overcomplicate this entryway, so I feel like that is good enough. Have you ever heard the expression, guys, less is more? It's actually true. Obviously not for food, because more food is always better. When it comes down to decorating a Bloxburg house, less is more. So the only 2 rooms left downstairs is the living room, and this is going to be an office. Oh yeah, and the laundry room. I'm blind. And not me using these same bookcases 3 times. Sometimes you just make something and it just is like you keep using it because it's so good. We'll make the desk. I already know what one I'm going to use. It's called the transitional desk. And I picked this chair for the office chair. Oh my gosh, I never add clocks to my house, probably because they're so annoying when they go off. But I'm going to add some into this office. We'll add visitor chairs. Again, one of these floor lamps. I'm also going to hop into instruments and add a guitar in this office. Wowza, look how quickly we got that office done. Next, I'm going to do the laundry room. But just before we do, I remembered that I forgot a kitchen sink. So put one in here before all you guys hate on me. But laundry rooms are relatively simple to construct. On this side, I'm thinking of just having a sink unit. This side is going to be a little bit different. We're actually going to have the laundry machines on this side. This shelf is perfect for soap, which apparently we have 12 of the exact same soap. Oh my gosh, I just got such weird deja vu. That was so scary. Do you guys get deja vu? It's actually so weird, isn't it? You're just like, have I been here before? Probably. The world's crazy. That's cute for the laundry room though. I'd be happy enough if this was my laundry room. And the last room downstairs is this two-story living room. Gonna have a massive window unit like that. Oh, that looks sick from outside and inside. And I'm simply obsessed with how there's like a little balcony up there. So I'm gonna start off by doing the chandelier. I'm gonna make it black. I know it looks a little bit like Dracula's house, but that's okay. We're allowed to be a little bit like vampires every now and then. I think we're definitely gonna need to do a custom TV stand, which we haven't done in ages. But when the rooms are this tall, it's kind of the only way to fill up the space, you know? And what makes it a unit is that you can basically put books and stuff in here, and then we can just have one little floating shelf up there. That actually looks really cool. And this actually doesn't leave that much room for chairs, but you don't really need that many. I'd say room for 3 people is plenty. Yeah, those look cute. I mean, they don't look the best, but it's fine. We can have another one of those console tables from earlier in here. And this room is simpler than some of the others, but I'd say it serves its purpose pretty well. And with paintings, I think it will look even better. But that's the entirety of the downstairs done now. So all we have is upstairs. And look at how complicated this looks, guys. First of all, I have no idea how we're meant to get into this room because look, there's like no way in. Second of all, these roofs have literally ruined everything. So I think for the sake of this video, we're just going to do 2 rooms up here. Bathroom in here and then bedroom in here. First, we'll do the hallway, obviously. We just need a couple doors, a window, and then just some plants, and that's the hallway done. Next, we can do the bathroom, which is kind of small, but I like a challenge with my space. I'm going to use the barrel bathtub, which I feel is serving farmyard vibes. Like, I feel like you could wash your animals in this, like if you have pet cows or something. And guys, I've been filming this video for so long, my neck literally aches, but I don't mind, guys. I love making videos for all of you. The hardest part about making videos is honestly not the filming, not the editing. It's the thinking of the ideas. Like, that is actually the hardest part. And that's why I really, really appreciate it when you guys comment ideas, because I truly do look at them. That's nice for the bathroom though, I think. And last up is the bedroom. So first of all, let's add some windows in. This area here is absolutely perfect for a closet though. A simple but effective one. Let me sort this bed out by adding some pillows to start off with. Maybe above it we could put one of these floating shelves that we had in the other room. We'll add some bedside tables too. Might as well match them to the shelf. And guys, I feel so sick. This morning I had like 3 croissants. Like, no joke. I literally just kept eating them one after the other with black currant jam. So yummy. But the only problem is the whole time I've been filming this video, I literally have had stomachache. But I'm not quite done with this room. The last thing we need to add is a desk. Maybe we could put it in the corner. And again, I'm so sorry I couldn't work out the rest of the layout. But for now, that is the farmhouse done. So if we open up the gates, it's like opening up the gates to heaven. So let's shut these and look what the value is. Only 300k? Guys, if you want to build this, feel free. Anyway, the first thing we have in the garden is like the play area. So we've got swings and then a picnic basket. If we go around the other side, we have the summer house. We have a little seating area where you can sit with your parents or something. And then the farm where we can come out here and we can grab breakfast. And let's just appreciate the outside of the house. I'm sorry, that is such good building on my part. Not to like toot my own horn, but I'm actually proud of that. Anyway, the first thing we have is the entryway. It's a little bit sparse, but I do like it nonetheless. The first room we have is the laundry room. Very simple, but also very cute. Place our watermelon there as a surprise. The next room on the right is basically the kitchen and dining area. So we have a bookshelf zone. We obviously have the main kitchen. And then through here's the dining room, which you can really feel like the farmy vibe. Through here is our gorgeous living room. I picked artwork, which does not match at all. So just ignore that. But it's a really nice ceiling. We've got really nice windows and obviously the places to sit. And through here is our office. I always add an office in my builds, but they're literally the most unnecessary things ever if you think about them. Like all you need them for is a phone. So you can order some hamburgers, please, to 123 Farmhouse Drive. But yeah, that is the whole of downstairs. Then if we go upstairs, oh yeah, we have our lovely little balcony. So you can like peep at people down there. And there's two rooms up here. The first one is the bathroom. Oh, straight on the toilet, not waiting around for anyone. This is actually quite detailed in here. I really like it. And the last room is my bedroom. It's a simpler room, but again, it has everything you need. Oh, and here's a back view of the house, by the way. Pretty nice. And with that, the farmhouse video comes to an end. If you guys enjoyed watching me build this, then make sure to hit subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching this, and I'll see you all next time.